Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Gem Smashers. This game was cancelled back in 2014 and now it's back. I'm not entirely sure what convinced them to bring it back into development, but there you go. Frankly, I kind of wish it had stayed dead. Not much to see on the menu. There's a tutorial which will let you see something along the lines of just like text screens that'll tell you how to play the game. Extras is just a bunch of concept art, depending on how many levels and stuff that you've played. I've played through 3 of the levels. The game's got just sound and music sliders and credits. Nothing too out of the ordinary, so we'll just hop straight into it. You have 3 characters that you can play with in the story mode, and the only difference between them is that, like, this guy's the fastest, this guy's the slowest, but this guy's also the strongest, and this guy's also the weakest. This guy can break blocks in 1 hit, this guy needs like 3, and this guy's just the evenly balanced between the 2 of them. It doesn't really matter who you play, other than getting all the concept art. So, we'll hop into the one that I've actually made progress on. The most annoying thing about this game is that in order to progress to any world beyond World 3, you need to actually beat the 3 starting worlds. And the 3 starting worlds are also the 3 different worlds the 3 guys start on, and I've already beaten the one over on the right, because the one over on the right is the one you start with the yellow character. So, I've already played these levels, but I'm gonna have to play them for video anyway, because frankly, I do not want to play this game anymore. This is after about an hour's worth of game time. Just FYI. Not this save file in particular, but I have played, like, this world here with the yellow one and the other 2 with the red ones. So yeah, that's about an hour's worth of time. Game's probably like 3 or 4. They will compromise your results. That's a very weird way of putting it. But at the same time, the way the system works in this game is actually pretty weird in and of itself. So we'll get into that when the game decides it wants to load. The loading times are just long enough to be annoying, because you put your Vita down to go do something else, and then it immediately loads like 5 seconds later. But anyway, away we go. So this is Gem Smashers. You are constantly moving. You cannot stop moving. You can reverse direction by running into stuff, but you can never stop moving. And that's kind of annoying. That's the entire way the game does its challenge. You're just constantly moving and you can't stop. And it kind of sucks, honestly, because the movement is based off bouncing off things, obviously, and it can be entirely too hard to maneuver yourself into some areas, especially with, especially when you've got a bunch of, like, color things placed in just the right position in order to make it so that when you bounce off it, you end up bouncing straight into another color thing, and you're the wrong color to actually take out the things, because when you bounce into those little colored blocks, you will change to that color, and then you've got to use that to take out the gems, i.e. the Gem Smashers, part of the title. So, it's pretty basic stuff. You do have pickups that you can get, like the soft drink style pickups that'll give you bonus points, and the plungers will take out everything of that color. There's flowers, which will let you take out everything of a particular... It'll actually turn all the gems into flowers, which you can collect no matter what color you are. So, if you find one of those, it's basically an easy win, and you kind of end up hoping for them just like all the time. But yeah, the physics in this game are a bit of a pain in the ass. Sometimes you'll just bounce right through a block, sometimes you won't. It's weird, I'm not entirely sure what the deal is. The physics in this game just aren't that pleasant to work with. You just bounce around and don't really feel like you have any control over anything. The idea is that you get a time bonus depending on how much time you've got left in the bottom right corner there. The problem with this is that if you run out of time there, it will actually give you 0 bonus points for the level, and it will actually force you into a 1-star completion. And every stage can get up to 4 stars. The problem is that if you get 1 star, you don't get to move on to the next set of levels. You actually have to beat levels with 2 stars, or you won't be able to pass on. This also happens on the boss levels, so if you run out of time on the boss levels, well, you're screwed. You have to go and do the entire boss again, and the bosses in this game are really damn annoying, because they're more or less the same thing. It's, kind of hard to explain. So we finished that area, we got 3 stars, which means we can move on. And every area has a certain amount of levels. We'll just head on to this one here. This will actually give me the tutorial again, because it does that for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I just accidentally opened up a weird prompt on my thing. There we go. Note to self, clean keyboard. It really needs it. Loading times, loading times, loading times, loading times. How's your day been? Good. Mine's been a pain in the ass. Come on already. There we go. So away we go again. And it's just the same basic concept on every level. You get a couple of things, like you get mines that'll slow you down. You'll get, reverse blocks that'll change the direction you're moving in. Not the direction you're moving in, the direction your controls are. And it's just really dull. Like, I was bored of this game in like 10 minutes. And I've been playing for an hour. How do you think I feel? That little block there with the paw prints on it, that's the block the strongest character can break, and only the strongest character can break, so yeah. Oh, come on, I passed through the X. The X makes it so that you can't die on those skull blocks there. Dying just takes time away. That's all it does. And that just makes it all the more annoying, because it just makes it feel relatively arbitrary in comparison to, like, other puzzle games' difficulty. The difficulty system in this game just annoys the ever-loving bejesus out of me. It really does. Okay, apparently I can go red, so I'm going to assume there's a gem hidden somewhere. That's red. You can get score multipliers, you can get chests here, like this one, they'll drop pickups for you to get, and the pickups will, give you points, obviously, and the idea is you can spend more time in the levels and risk losing, like, your time bonus and stuff like that in order to get higher score via the pickups. That's where the quote-unquote replayability of the game comes from. Frankly, I'm pretty sure I'd rather kill myself. So yeah, can you tell I'm not really that big of a fan of it? It's not a very good game, in my personal opinion. It's quite dull, and I find myself just struggling to play it for longer than a few minutes at a time. I don't even know what... Oh no, I know what that key is. I know exactly what that is. Alright. Shit. It's very, very annoying, because as you can see, I can't do this in the quick way. I have to bounce off that, wait until I bounce up, wait until I bounce back down again. Can you see why this game is slow-paced and boring? It really doesn't impress me in the slightest. So is that the final level for this area? It's hard to tell. It doesn't tell you on screen if it's the final level or not, so you're left wondering, am I going to have to do another level before it lets me go? No, it's going to let me go. So that key I hit unlocked a secret area. The secret areas are nothing special. Nothing special in the slightest. Because if we wait for it to load, it's just another level, but it lets you get more points. That's basically all it is. Anytime now. Maestro, if you please. Thank you. So away we go. I'm going to need to be green or yellow, depending on how lucky I feel, because I don't know if the pickups are consistent in their location across the levels. So, you know, I don't know if the flowers will appear in the same place, or if the or if, you know, just anything will appear in the same place between levels, or if it's just blind luck. It could be blind luck, but frankly, I don't care enough to find out, so whatever. And we've got a green plunger, that's good. That means I don't have to turn green in order to get the rest of the thing. You can see that I got a combo there. I'm halfway out of time already, but thankfully that's just the level. And as you can see, only the strongest guy can actually get at those gold chests, so he's the only one who can get the most amount of points out of that level. which is annoying as shit. That does not feel like replayability. That just feels like artificial lengthening. Right, this is the final area, and then once this is done, it'll unlock the boss, and we can go fight the boss. And then once we fought the boss, this game's getting deleted, because I cannot be bothered to play it anymore. Feels like a waste of $10. It really does. Alright, here we go again. Pray for a plunger. As you can see, it takes ages for the actual, like, pickups to spawn in, so if you actually want the pickups, you have to wait for the fucking things. God, it's frustrating. If you actually get, like, the flower pickup, it'll, if you get the flower pickup, it'll not actually get the gems that are underneath blocks that you can smash. So if you smash a block and find one just after you get a flower, too bad, you have to be the right color. That's frustrating as shit. Might as well take out that one there, and that one too. 5 times something. I found the exit. That's always good. Alright, I'm green now. This music reminds me of Terraria. Like, it reminds me of the overworld theme, just 100 times more cheery, and therefore 100 times more fucking annoying. Goddamn skulls. Oh, great. Another freaking yellow one. Now I have to go back to red by hitting it on the side there, and then immediately fucking it up because I didn't want to hit that fucking skull. Apparently I also managed to unlock a lot of extra time there. I'm not entirely sure what I did to do that, but oh well. One more level and then we're on to the boss. Actually, no, that's, there's one more level and every boss level has a level before it, because fuck. That's literally all I have to say. Alright. Oh. I didn't realize that was the second level. I'm losing my goddamn mind here. But yes. One more level, then the boss, then we're done. I can hear what sounds like a saw in the background, but that might also just be a leaf blower. I may be incorrect in this assumption. Alright, so... yes, I remember this level. We should be able... well, I do remember that there is a flower, or at least there should be a flower in this level. If there isn't, I will be disappointed, but only very slightly. Because there is no point getting upset in a game this painfully dull. Nope, the pickups are random. Yep, there's a flower one, but I literally only had one thing left to pick up, so yeah. Not entirely sure why the pickups are randomized. It just seems like... getting a high score would just be like banging your head against a wall. But anyway, away we go. This is a boss. The bosses have a weak spot, which is the gem on their head. When they're attacking, they can hurt you. But when they stop attacking, that's when you can go back in and hurt them. So as you can see, on the left, they have a health bar. And their health bar is, I have not seen an enemy in this game that hasn't had 5 health. Basically, so, yeah. It's really dull. Every boss, like, the bosses have different attacks, sure, but, you son of a cunt. Every boss has a different attack, but they all work exactly the same way. It's like, they go flying around the screen for a bit, And once they've flown around the screen for a bit, they'll stop, you get your attack in, and you hopefully eventually win. So, I've won. Turns out, you can actually let the time run out while you're going in the door. Have fun if you end up falling victim to that. Good God. But anyway, that was an entire stage. And when the game loads, it will give me a new path to go on. So yes, as you can see, it allows me to move up here to an entirely new stage now. Well, 2 entirely new stages, actually. So yeah, there you go. That was Gem Smashers. There is one more thing that's worth noting about this game. And once we're back to the main menu, I'll be more than happy to show you. As I said, I've been playing for about an hour, so, you know, counting this recording, it's been about an hour and a half. Count how many trophies I got. 1, 2... Actually, no, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 trophies, all silvers and golds. There's 18 all up. 18. And they're all silvers and golds. So yes, if you're a trophy hunter, this is definitely for you. Otherwise, avoid like the plague. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.